Hello guys. I think we are live. Should probably do a test in a second, but I'm joined by two lovely gentlemen in this match between Beefy and Moroten. And gents, you can introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Nestor. Yeah, that's my introduction.
Hello, I'm Aaron. Nice to be here and excited to cast this game.
Yeah, we nailed that. I'm certain of it.
Yeah.
That
Gents,
was
you
can introduce yourself. 10 out of 10 introduction. Maybe we should also post on the Discord. We are live with a stream.
Yeah.
So much stuff to do.
I find this spawn quite interesting though. A lot of resources.
A lot of precious resources.
Lots of
and
precious
marble.
resources. Jade does count as precious resource. And the marble, yeah. So patrons could be beautiful. But I don't know, what. I always find patrons a bit hard to combo with things. It's great for the culture. You can do like a culture rush, get the bonus card you use. But other than that, I find patrons a bit tricky.
There aren't really any super exciting wonders, in my opinion.
There is the German aqueduct, and you do have this volcan quite
That's
close
true.
to spawn, which could be useful.
Food might be a bit tough on this map.
Exactly, you're going into a mat, and presumably you know for a fact food is gonna be sparse. So having some extra food might go a long way.
We have a pick from Beefy.
Yeah, Hutty.
Hutty.
Interesting. Schemer Hutty.
With the patrons.
Yeah.
I like this pick a lot on this map. I think I would maybe have opted for the same.
What makes you like Hutty on this map?
It's hard to say really. I think the schemer ability to go into the woods and chop them down in your opponent's lands can sometimes starve them of wood entirely. If there is like one side with decent wood and you choose to just chop it down early on. I think that's the idea I had.
Yeah, that could be really annoying, I can imagine, on certain roles, but I think but I think on this map the forests seem to be quite large. So I think it would have to be quite a bit of shopping, but it could be possible. It could be possible. I mean, they're not so large that it's, absolutely insane.
I think the Hutty patrons might be a bit less about the culture and maybe just for the schemer adoptions and tutoring.
Yeah.
Right. We did get Prosperous Orator as a courtier.
That's decent, and we did also get Compassionate on our leader and an 18 years of age, so presumably this leader is gonna be decent and be going for quite a while. I like Compassionate. It's a decent bonus, I'd say.
No, really good. Compassionate's nice.
What?
Yeah, but I was saying before that I don't really know how do you make patrons work here?
I think you probably are aiming for some kind of urban improvements. Could be fun if it goes for like coinage or something, but I wouldn't expect it.
No, and then you'd have to go down navigation, which has limited utility in the desert.
Yeah, it's still a law, and serfdom is good.
It's still a law. Yeah.
You're not gonna have any bioreams.
No bioreams this game, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think usually one nice one is if you're playing Greece and going architecture for the doctors. That synergizes amazingly with patrons. But
One thing I was thinking about is that there is no water on the map at all, so you can't build any baths.
exactly, but that doesn't help here. We're seeing Axum
Patrons and
on Moroten
and
and
also
patrons.
patrons with a tactician, which I like.
I feel like it's been a bloody and aggressive tournament so far. I feel like, and so it makes sense to go with a slightly safe
I think
general.
tactician is the most well-rounded leader. He's got a bit of
Yeah,
all you need. You can definitely keep up your clear speed, and you don't fall behind in either side or production. So tacticians are nice, safe, good all around.
yeah.
And we see a lot of players whom have never played before, or experienced players that don't know their opponents, and then having a tactician going into the matches is a reasonable choice. I think we'll see less tactician as the tournament progresses, but we'll see.
Maybe. What I also like with Axum here is that their unique unit only costs iron, I believe, which there is going to be in abundance here. While the Hati unit will also require wood. There is wood on this map, so it's not like absolutely crazy, but it is going to make it harder to push them out.
It is.
Why do you think he went Axum instead of like Rome?
Yeah, I don't know why. I was actually considering going that approach, and I'm trying to figure out what they bring instead of. Maybe the starting technologies are pretty good. I think that's one of the weakest points of Rome. They haven't the most aggressive of techs,
But one
whereas
advantage of Rome would have been that the starting tech is polis, and probably on this map you'll want to go for the camels.
well, that is true, but depending on how far the match goes, if you'd like to make this a short rush aggressive style kind of match, then the 4-law timing push is pretty strong on Axum, and that could maybe be a strategy. The initial tax on Axum, you have labor force, so you already got one. Then you can most likely go for navigation quite early. You start with trapping, then you will need military drill to pump out a lot of units of your champion side, and then you need the 3 laws from the bottom of or 2 of the laws from the bottom of the tick tree, which is also aided by administration. You don't even have iron working, but you don't need it as you're just gonna go for slingers and your unit. I think that's the best thing about Axum is their initial starting text.
Yeah, he clearly does not really think that highly of. Well, I guess maybe you can still convert it later, but now he's building a farm on top of the honey.
Yeah, I think that was maybe one factor, getting that administration starting granary. But I'm just thinking, you're playing against Hati, and with Axum, you're probably not bringing traders onto this map, so you'll be left with clerics, and he's going stone cutting first deck, I think, on Axum.
We do, however, see our Hati having big issues clearing the first side. He's been forced back, which is never a good position to be in. He didn't even manage to clear it, and this is where the tactician really shines. You can tell how easy and comfortable it is to play a tactician in the beginning. There is no place to hide, no woods, no nothing, no rivers, anything. So he was just taking a beating turn after turn and being unlucky with the crits. That can happen. That's gonna He's opting to build a warrior already in his patron city. I don't know. This is rough. I'd maybe go for a miner and then go for Rider City and build a warrior in the next city,
Yeah.
and then
I
go
think
for a
also
settler in
like
Hattusa.
Rider's second. I think Rider's second make a lot of sense. They will be connected and gets that extra training out.
Yeah. But this is a rough start. I'm scared for what it can do to your mental, and this I really don't like this. I can see the point for going for the warrior, but it just feels wrong going warrior this early.
Yeah, it is annoying. It's like, I mean, I don't mind usually starting. Like if I don't start with a general, I will often start building a military unit for my second city, especially if the second city is like a military city, just to get that momentum up.
Going for
So it's not.
traders, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Why would you go traders here?
maybe he wants to shift over the. I mean, he could maybe shift over the quarry to the trader city so he can build up the shopkeeper faster. But I don't know if it's. I don't know.
I mean, I
It's
wouldn't
no choice.
do traders instead of riders or even
No.
landowners.
Landowners is maybe a
Yeah, landowners
misclick.
feels like it's. Yeah, landowners feels like it would be a good choice too here. I mean, here we're seeing quite a lot of temperate land, and so that's
Yeah.
probably where he'll want to get the most of his food from this game. And getting landowners there is would be very helpful.
Yeah, that's a choice.
Maybe
It's indeed a
you're
choice.
gonna chop down all the forests in the map, so the only way to get wood is to buy them, and then you have the traders with all the gold.
But
Yeah,
you're not really
maybe.
getting all the gold on this trader side, I think.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And now we're seeing, however, Moroten is going champions for his second city and starting a slinger.
And I like this opening.
Yeah.
I think it's strong. I'm curious what tech he's going for. If he's going for navigation, which is also pretty strong early tech, getting those extra orders in early. It's very nice.
Yeah, Axum is not amazing on orders, I feel like, in general. You do need something to make them flow nicely.
But this could be over quickly if Beefy doesn't pull out some great moves soon. He's also gonna be floating a lot of orders very early in the game. Had he opted to go riders, he could have at least harvested all the camels and maybe gotten some good events, done something, you know. He could also take his leader and go towards the other camp, the barbarian, towards the middle and try to clear that. He can hide in the woods. That's gonna make that a little bit easier, maybe.
He needs another settler as well, though, and he hasn't improved goats in the capital.
Yeah, I don't think it makes any sense for him to be building a worker here, at least in the second city. That should be a settler.
Could he maybe go for developed and then rush the settler with civics?
Yes,
maybe
270 civics now. He's getting 65 a turn, so it's not impossible. It will probably cost I think it's 420 for the first rush.
I think, given his current predicament, that might actually be a decent choice.
Yeah.
Speaking about navigation, Moroten is going for it.
Yeah.
Over rhetoric and polis and phalanx.
I don't really see the navigation play here from Moroten. I think one of the big benefits with patrons is that it synergizes amazingly with centralization, and that's usually a nice early pick, whatever you do. Just getting that early science out.
Yeah, that's cool.
I would much rather have seen that.
That's very nice. Are you
What,
still not unable to hear me, Purple Bull Moose, in chat, or were we just listening?
I can check the stream maybe.
I attempted to check it before, and I think it was all right, but I might have been mistaken. Anywho, at least I have two great co-casters with me today, so someone is talking, which is nice.
No, I heard. I checked the stream and I hear myself. So.
But maybe they can.
Can you hear me? I think that was the concern.
Hello, I'm Nestor. Yeah, that's my introduction.
All right. It's confirmed in chat. They can hear me. All good. You got me scared, Moose. Maybe I was just trying not to talk.
I think for Hatti about the question, you have the fierce promotion on the leader, so I think you could go for that. And I think what he should have done is go for that instead of putting his leader. And now he's going in again without the promotion. So unless he gets a crit, he's in trouble, and he needs the scout there to back him up.
Yeah.
Because the warrior is in 4 turns and he doesn't have a settler, so he'll have to back again.
I mean, if he's going to buy the settler with civics, he's gonna do that in 2 turns, presumably.
Yeah, I guess
but
that might be enough.
But this is not working out.
He needs something to block the sight.
Yeah, and his scout is pretty far away currently, so that is dangerous. Whereas Moroten already cleared one side and is moving towards the next, already close to being done with that, having a slinger ready. Third settler
He's
coming
also
up.
struggling a little bit.
Yeah, but not as much.
No.
And he has a steadfast slinger coming in from behind. So
yeah, the stun now is fine.
This looks scary, but it ain't scary.
And a scout in case it's necessary.
I am concerned about beefy. I really hope he will get a crit soon. I think he deserves it.
For crit too. He definitely deserves the crit.
I'm not sure he does it. Like he has attacked 3 times, and with 16%, I don't think he's.
I don't care. I don't care. I still root for him to get the crit right now.
Yeah. I think he really needs a crit.
How low a percentage would he have to go for you not to root for him to get a crit? Like if it was 1%, would you still root for him to get a crit?
Even more. Even more. Even more so.
Yeah, then he would get even more luck.
All right.
Yeah, because
let's see.
We can't clear your first sight by turn 15.
Oh, he's backing up.
Is really tough. But he's not backing up fully. So he's gonna
he took the fierce
now, and he's just it's not quite there. But I mean, this is in some way better. He's only taking a beating from 1 unit right now, so he's gonna win this engagement at least versus this unit. But the camp is gonna upgrade in 2 turns.
But would you fight this Marauder, or do you back off? I think I would back off here and heal and wait for my warrior to come.
Yeah, you have to wait now. I think he cannot clear that camp in 2 turns.
I have little experience in being in this particular situation. I really I don't know what I would do. I'm cursing to the gods that it hasn't gone my way. Yeah, I would say I had an issue.
The crit.
Yeah,
the
but
lucky crit.
It's still late.
No, but like with the lucky crit, he moves in. I think
Yeah, but it's gonna upgrade in 2
But the
turns.
skirmisher does.
He switched
No,
off the warrior and gone
no,
for
he
a
still needs
settler.
his warrior.
Oh,
Oh,
he
No, he's
rushed it.
rushing the settler.
okay. Maybe. Because if he moves in, no, I think he can't.
He won't be able
He needs
to kill it.
He needs the warrior.
Yeah, this is a mistake. He needs.
Because it does. I think it will do 3 damage to him. Maybe it will round down to 2 if he's on the urban tile. But he only has 8 HP, so he cannot survive. You know, the 2. But he needs 3 turns to be able to chop it down, and in 2 turns it will have reinforcements. So in those 3 turns from now, the warrior will be dead and he won't have settled.
I am equally impressed and depressed at the same time for Beefy's position. Rushing a settler with civics this fast, I mean, that's advanced stuff. It's good.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really help when you're unable to clear your first barb camp. And the only free site on the map right now, and he's standing on it, that's the... Actually, there is 2, my bad. But one free site is the free site of Moroten.
Oh, and now he's gonna lose his scout too.
Yeah, this... I think we might see the quickest game in the tournament right here. This is quickly spiraling out of control.
But Moroten won't really be able to put pressure on Beefy. So I think even if he's in a bad position, it will still take some time before it hurts.
I don't know. The map is not that big.
It's pretty decent movement. When he gets his 4th city down, the next city could, I mean, be directly in front of the next city from...
I mean, the growth is weak, but like he doesn't have to settle this city site that is blocked by Beefy right now. He might as well just go straight to the one where his champion slinger is that he just cleared. And I mean, if he knows Beefy is struggling, he might as well just go straight for the barbarian site on the adjacent to him.
I wonder
And then he can really put pressure.
I wonder if Moroten wanted to have access to clerics because of all the desert.
Maybe.
Yeah, that could be an argument. The question coming in chat: is it worth it to clear this scout with your slinger? And I think it is.
Think so.
I
think scouts are so important.
Scouts are very important early on, and the build queue, in my opinion, is also a thing to consider.
Yeah.
You will need to rebuild the scout, and that's gonna take 5 turns. That could be a worker, or could be
and when you
something
already
else.
have only 2 cities and barely any growth, then it's rough.
It's momentum. I definitely would kill it.
And now he also got I don't know what the mechanic is, so if it's luck or how it works. Because the skirmisher that was in the barb camp jumped out.
It's always like that.
It will always happen like that. When the barb camp upgrades, a new unit is basically transformed on top of it, and then the old units is gonna appear outside.
I see.
That's always gonna be the case. So
I just feel unlucky every time it happens.
Yeah, but now
but
I guess
it was always I guess it was always inevitable if I just looked at the timer.
Yeah, I'll be right back. 1 second.
But yeah, he could get another promotion now, and the new warrior that's coming out might have something nice.
There's also Warden on the leader and Warden would be quite useful here.
So he will be able to clear out that camp in like 4 turns or so, I think.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
back. Yeah, he will be behind Moroten now. Not a 4th settler coming out yet, but he has money for it if he wants to. And he's in freedom, so he's really boosting economy, getting 2 workers out now.
That might have been one of the reasons he went for Axiom, is starting with the freedom to get the extra growth on this weak growth map.
Yeah, together with the granary, it helps.
Yeah.
No, I think it's interesting. Also, when I was thinking more about the clerics, it's not as much a way for you to get like a lot of science and stuff, but a way to make sure that you can build roads over the desert, maybe, or not roads, but like urban buildings.
Yeah.
And
I kind of like. Sorry.
A good point in chat. Maybe he should have turned a worker into militia and cleared that camp 4 turns ago. I think there is an argument to be made for that in this case. This is, I mean, in my opinion, this is terrifying to have not cleared a single camp by turn 15, because every camp now is going to be even more difficult to clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely a rough spot.
And he's going to rebuild a scout. I mean, look at this.
I don't like it.
Builder queues.
I would much. I think at this point, if I'm this behind in the game, I would rather play blind than building a scout here, I think.
Yeah, you will also get the scout when you settle riders, most likely. So.
Yeah, exactly. So there's no point, really.
Seems like Moroten is aiming for that 3 wheat site next. Put a note down that there's good growth there.
Yeah, I also just noticed this. Don't forget to enact freedom. That's a nice little note.
Yeah, he still hasn't put his quarter in the city though. It's another note by the capital.
And he did put a note for that. He forgot that note.
Damn. Unlucky.
But that's fair. I don't know if I mean, it's a nice quarter here. It's like eloquent, so we'll give 8 civics per turn there.
There is an argument not to do it because you would like the laws to come online earlier.
Yeah.
He also went traders. 2 traders on this map.
Why are we seeing trade? It's a better spot for traders, I'd argue. Gold and gems.
Traders. It might be for building roads. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
If he's not planning to like go for the religious kind of approach or for land consolidation, then I guess clerics don't really matter.
At least we see the settler coming down now. We see the 3rd city soon. But this scout is a mistake, because this is almost certainly going to be a rider side, and then you'll have 2 scouts. This should most likely have been a settler, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, a settler or warrior.
Yeah. One thing he did accomplish with having his scout getting pummeled for quite a while, he did slow down Moroten. He wasn't healing his units, and it's gonna be not very difficult, but it's gonna be maybe a little difficult to clear the next side he's going for. And he only has 1 settler coming right now, Moroten. But he's building quite the number of workers, more workers than I would have built personally. I think I would go for settlers first.
We just have a lot of money, so.
And he will have the orders when he get the serfdom.
That is true.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind the workers so much. I think it's it's nice to get your econ up early,
I would,
especially if you've opted to start with a lead with like a more martial general, like this the tactician. You have some like space for greed behind it, I think.
I mean, it would be easier, in my opinion, to go this approach if you had some nice resources in your cities. But you're looking at camels as the only resource in your immediate surroundings.
Yeah, but it's camels, and it's also putting down a garrison, and that's going to be orders. And I think that's important to get. I mean, his order economy is still quite weak right now.
He's gonna have navigation 4 turns. Oh, whoa. But it's perfectly fine to disagree. I mean, I see the merit. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah. No,
I,
no,
I would have opted for a different approach. I think I would have
Yeah.
gone with another settler, or even more likely, I would have gone with a unit, a slinger in the champion. I love just spamming units in my champion side early on. Getting a bit of tempo on the map can sometimes win you the game, basically.
No, I see the point. I see the point. I mean, getting early momentum is so nice. And you're right. Right now, his worker is not doing anything because he doesn't really have the orders. And he's now building a slinger instead from. Yeah, so this I don't. This I don't get. Like he now he's building a settler in the champion seat that could build slingers very fast, and he's building a slinger instead in his patron seat, which could build a settler much faster.
The
That's inefficient.
argument could be that you would like growth in your main city to build specialist, maybe, and you possibly would like to settle a champion city, so getting the extra citizen is nice. I'm not saying I agree with the choice. I'm just trying to justify
could
or
be the rationale,
maybe the reason.
That's possible. That's possible.
Mercifully, we see the other unit that spawned in this next barbarian camp was a skirmisher that's gonna be easier to kill in the forest. So hopefully Hati can get a bit of tempo by clearing fast.
Yeah. Yeah, with 2
No
warriors,
heirs yet.
Have we adopted any children on our schemer?
No. But Moroten has 2 kids already.
No, you're looking at the wrong.
No, I think you're wrong. It's
I messed it up. It's the other way around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was any adoptions though.
No adoptions.
I don't know how long we've been married to.
He did marry his
this turn, as I see it, which is quite late. That's unlucky. You'd like to get that event earlier for free. It's very annoying having
maybe
to.
he didn't get any good options. I mean, I will often decline early marriage offers if the stats are not good.
The opinion can be bad as well.
The opinion can be bad, and I think it's quite nice usually to have a spouse that has a few wisdom that will give like quite a nice early science boost. And so
I almost always take the first spouse offered unless she hates me.
Okay. But do you not feel like, I mean, I feel like usually you get another offer quite soon afterwards.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's just you want the children.
Yeah, I do. What about you, Aaron? What is do you opt to marry directly into the family sometimes, maybe?
I think it depends a bit on like what I'm playing. More you have the cheaper missions, so then you can also do the marry mission more often and like set up the opinions better if you want to, and get the kids earlier. Also, if you're playing Scholar, for example, you probably want the heirs as soon as possible. So marrying turn 1 can be a good idea.
That's true. And you do get bonus stats from your heirs as well.
Yeah, that's another bonus.
I like this road from the trader worker in Hati. Quite early. but getting it going seems pretty smart. We do have a 7 charisma governor, so we are doing pretty good on civic production. I mean, it's only 3 cities to 3 cities, so it's. But there are 2 settlers in production. But I mean, Hati is.
Building militia now in his capital.
It's getting better. He's quite outperforming on civic production by a large margin, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, because he married his courtier, I believe. Although now his husband died.
Yeah, and that was also the governor in Hattusa with the 7 charisma, I believe. So
That's a big penalty and big problem.
and he was prosperous. That he was great. Cause of death, ill.
Could be said also that Hattusa has a steady small science lead since he did start Schemer, and it has accumulated to now almost to about 90 science or 85 science. So that is not nothing.
We're building a militia in Hati. That is surprising. I don't agree with the build queues in Hati. Scout and militia both should have been something else, I think.
Yeah, basically anything else.
I wonder if he's saving his resources for something. I guess he's quite poor, also in cash.
Sure. Maybe he couldn't afford the
settler.
The settler when he started the militia and thought.
I think a treasury could have been interesting as an option.
That could be it, but I'd go for worker then. But maybe you're right. I didn't consider his resources being that poor. We do
nice
see.
thing though is that they built a road between Hattusa and the trader city, so that is connected now and will give him a bit of extra growth there.
Do you think Moroten is gonna remember to enact his law? He does. He did. Good job. Serfdom is here. So that's 5 extra orders, which is very nice.
But he hasn't remembered the courtier in the city yet. It is a little bit hidden though. It's hard to say.
But he wouldn't be able to afford his law if he had put in the courtier.
That's
unless
true.
The courtier, of course, had earned in the civics by now. Which maybe
it
would
might,
be the
because
case.
It's 13 civics per turn, basically.
There is an argument to be made. That's for certain.
But would you pick the 13 civics per turn courtier, or would you pick builder? Builder is so nice.
Yeah. I think I would go with the builder.
Yeah, I think so.
But 13 civics is quite a lot. It would boost. Yeah.
It's a lot, and it's gonna be way easier to build some specialists. It's on such circumstance, I very much consider getting acolytes and upgrading them sometimes to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even here, you could just be minting coins, you know. I mean,
I guess that's true.
He is. Yeah. Oh,
it's only two workers, so.
Yeah.
But that minister is getting quite old now. Like it's age 47, and the builder is just 25.
Yeah, and the alternative builder is his wife, which is, they get extra opinion as well.
In Hati, it would seem we opted to go with a zealot and a hero on our units, and our leader is without a job currently. Should maybe go in Hattusa.
Yeah, although I don't know. I don't know if I would put my leader in Hattusa here over the builder. The builder is quite old. I feel like I usually quite like having my leader on a unit for quite a while, until there's actually some serious science generation in the city. Just because it grants you the extra legitimacy of killing units with your leader. And that is orders, and that is opinion, and that is momentum.
Hello, Alcaraz. Welcome to the stream. You are watching Moroten playing Axum down here in the bottom left versus Beef playing Hearty in the top right. And we've had this is Baldus plus Aaron plus Nestor
Yeah,
cast.
high cast.
Yeah. So this is Euro time, baby.
It
Exactly.
is
I
for
mean,
sure.
it's peak Euro time, so yeah.
I
It's
gotta
perfect time to
I
watch some Old World.
I gotta applaud all the Americans for scheduling every single game during Euro prime time for be having 8 games played simultaneously. It feels like sometimes it's pretty difficult to keep up with all the games.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. There are so many games right now. I have barely had time to watch any. I'm just,
You guys haven't
It
played.
it's really nice though that with so many games being casted that you can go back afterwards and watch the games and see what you missed.
exactly,
So
and learn from other people.
it's really
Learn
nice
so much from
to have also so many new casters to make sure that happens.
Yeah.
It's really appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that I'm a beneficiary of this tournament. I like, I really like the idea of it. I like that people maybe cost my games, and so I thought, I should probably, I should also contribute and do some costing myself. And it's actually quite fun. I discovered when doing it yesterday. So, if I'm watching the game anyways, might as well talk about it.
I think it's especially nice having a co-caster. I've had a few games where they were long and I got tired and the co-caster also left at some point, which I understand, but it's I like the social aspect of having a co-caster. It's easier to
Yeah.
keep a conversation going.
Yeah, and it's gives a bit more time also to rest your voice. I feel that's the hardest for me to do solo casts for a longer time.
Yeah, and yesterday I did have a co-caster, and even then I felt like my jaw was cramping at the end. So yeah, it is a bit of work, but good fun.
But getting into this game again a bit, it feels like Beefy has found his footing a bit more now, clearing his second camp now with a bit of a stronger force.
Yes, 3 warriors is you can get a lot of things done with 3 warriors.
He's hitting his stride. He's in the sweet spot. I really like this road network he's setting up already. While you have the orders, why not? That's pretty clever in my opinion. And he's I mean, we'll see a double settle for Moroten next turn, or in a few turns. So he's still gonna be up by some tempo, but I think the decision to go for the Setlander champion side, that could have been 2 slingers in theory, and I played different from Moroten, which
I mean, it's also under the time pressure, and it's hard to always make the right choices.
it's also way easier to make the right choices when you are not,
Playing.
and having full visibility, and there are no consequences for your your choices. I can just state, oh, if I had gone too easy slingers, I could maybe have done something and killed a unit or two. Yeah, maybe, but maybe I couldn't. So there is that. But we see a military drill coming up for Axum. That's gonna be nice. That's a very, very decent early take.
Yeah.
And we got a new leader in Axum. Did any of you catch why?
No.
What happened?
Something.
One of you skilled enough to go into events and figure out what happened.
I'm trying, but I'm not quite skilled enough.
Conspiracy unchecked power. Okay.
Could that could probably be the oligarchs event.
Yeah, I always just stay out of it in that oligarchs event when those oligarchs are.
I'm not familiar with that event, or maybe I am, but
I think it's like there are two oligarchs that are scheming something, and you can either like try to use the information against them to like demand their loyalty, or you can kind of tell their enemies, or you can stay out of it. I think that's the event.
It first shows up with two oligarchs having the trait not inclined to marry and being lovers of each other.
Oh. Yeah, this is perhaps the most difficult thing to navigate in Old World. The events.
Many events.
There are so many events. Can't wait for the next DLC with another 500 events I have to sort of keep track of.
Yeah, so this is kind of rough, having abdicated on like turn 25 or something.
At least the diplomat has eloquent and prosperous, but it's rough. He's had bad luck. He's also a Grand Vizier, is currently controlling Axum.
And that's a rough Grand Vizier.
Yeah.
That's not the one you want.
I think I'm not sure which option he went with, but in the end he becomes like a master of ceremonies to the oligarch's wedding and abdicates. So
and they just one becomes the queen and the other takes the Grand Vizier.
Yeah, they just take over. But he's still alive and is vengeful and plotting against the new leader.
So he's gonna be back with vengeance.
We'll see.
I haven't followed his storyline because I probably rage quit if this is the turn of events that happen.
I mean,
a bit of advice: if anyone happens to get that event chain in your own game, I think the safest option is to try to let their rivals know of this, like that they are lovers. In worst case, I think people get upset and the oligarchs are replaced. But at least your position in the throne isn't in threat.
No, I think usually it also works to pick the third option of staying out of it.
It's not guaranteed, so you can.
But it's guaranteed if you let the rivals know?
If you let the rivals know, you cannot lose your leader.
Okay.
Horrible luck either way for Axum, and there's a question if we have kids. I can show you the family tree. This is what it looks like. This was our initial leader, the tactician, that abdicated. Had a builder, had a lovely little son, only 3 years of age, and now suddenly we are this old lady up here. presume he's hoping for a quick succession, but we shall see. But the family situation and leader situation is rough for Axum, and we don't have the road network built by Beefy, which I really like. That's just nice. Alcaraz, I don't know the event chain for. Aaron is the expert I would refer you to for what transpired.
Do you know what it's called?
I could double check exactly what it is, but one of the ending ones is I think it starts with playing with fire is the one that starts it.
And turn 20.
Check in the event browser.
Yeah.
Turn 20, playing with fire.
But I always find the event browser quite difficult to navigate.
Same.
I don't like. I find it hard to figure out like the both the consequences and the causes.
I'm certain they made it difficult to navigate to hold us back. This is the big mohawk theory.
I think it was just made for smarter people than me.
I feel the same way. I'm not smart enough for this. This is clearly a conspiracy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that was the big brain play that he wants some ruler changes to get some Stellars out.
We do see he's only missing 2 techs for the 4 law timing attack if we wanted to do that, but currently there is
land consolidation and phalanx, so probably not aiming for that.
Yeah, and also like to add, if he wanted to do that, it would be difficult because there is no culture in the champion side at all. So I don't think that's the idea at all.
Yeah, he hasn't even taken the divination yet.
It seems like Alcaraz has the solution we need for us dumb people unable for the event browser. Cheers, Alcaraz.
The reference height is all that. Okay, I will check the reference.
I may need to check that out.
It is indeed called playing with fire. That is indeed what it's called. Well, I managed to confirm that much from the event browser. But check the site.
Yeah, so if you take the middle option, use this. No, see that the rivals know of this. So then you can get your coup to leave.
We are
and
missing
it doesn't really show exactly what it happens.
I'll just take us back to this game. It's sad our Harty player doesn't see this Vandal side to the south of him. I think that would be the easy natural expansion, but he's lacking critical information. There's a scout coming that way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the reference site is beautiful.
I love having people in chat coming in with key clutch information. Alcaraz is one of those people sometimes. That's very nice.
But yeah, I don't think this was planned by Moroten. I mean, he wouldn't go for 2 ambitions, let them become legacies just to get a weak stele out.
It's by no means planned by him. I can almost guarantee it. I'm curious what he's going for here. If he's going to war with the barbarian side down south. Presumably that was gonna happen. He's having 2 units going in that direction. Whereas have more or less the same forces going north for for beefy.
I would still say that Moroten is a bit ahead though, with having more cities settled. Feels like he's had a more smooth game so far.
He's certainly ahead by this time, but it's
But
getting
not by much.
yeah. I mean the gap is narrowing as we speak. The science, for one, is eventually gotta be something he's gonna deal with. Although the actual tech they put into the tree is almost equal. Axum got an Axum got an event a few turns ago with 100 science, it would seem. If I'm looking at the data right. Maybe that's the new leader. Sometimes you get an event related to that. I don't know. The diplomat is both cursed and stressed. And he doesn't have a tactician leader anymore, so it's going to be more difficult to clear these barbarians.
Both players suffering some setbacks this
Yeah.
game.
But
as often happens in the old world.
we also see an earthquake now in Hati. But I'd argue this initial issues we saw in Beefy's empire was sort of due to his own mistakes. With that said, I'm almost certain I would have gone, at least in the very beginning, the same route. I always accomplish clearing the first site with my initial settler.
Yeah.
So not being able to clear it, I mean, I don't see that as an option. Basically, my strategies don't account for that level of failure, which sometimes happens.
No, it is true. I think there is like no setup where you shouldn't be able to get the first camp with your first unit, as long as you bring the first settler along with it and settle on top of your unit to prevent it from dying, or play around with your scout.
Yeah.
I think that you would need to have like very unlucky terrain and like no good promotions, and get there when the second unit has already spawned or something like that.
Yeah, but somehow Beefy managed to not get there in time, and he even had his leader on the unit in the beginning.
But
maybe
the schemer leader is kind of useless.
It is,
but
it
is extra movement.
But you'll still get there soon enough. God, maybe I should rewatch that or something. But it's definitely weird he didn't accomplish to clearing the first side. Or maybe he could clear it, but not hold on to it and had to fall back in his mind. I don't recall it perfectly, but issues all around.
Exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened.
But I mean, at least we are making a lot better progress on this next side. I do wonder if he wants the settler to go north or south right now. I think you might want to take it north.
Talking about a different thing here, we saw a settler coming out from the champion seat of Moroten, and now he's been building a trapper for a few turns.
Are we sure he knows he settled a champion side, and it might be a cleric side in his head?
I mean, in his defense, he has this Grand Vizier, but I think I would.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe just put that orator there or something.
The Grand Vizier is severely ill. The Grand Vizier is severely ill. Yeah, it's true. He's the Grand Vizier. It's gotta be annoying. He's basically playing with having the Grand Vizier
with two cities.
Yeah, the Grand Vizier is basically controlling his entire empire. That's gotta
At
be
least
such
it's
a troll.
building more units, and the Grand Vizier does give a little bonus to the courage bonus, I guess. That's something.
What do we see in Hati?
The Grand Vizier also, because the Grand Vizier has 200 plus opinion, gives 2 growth in all the cities, which is actually kind of good. That is...
I disagree with this play. Rushing down the settler to the southern side. I mean, maybe it's alright. And getting some walls, okay. Maybe I get it more when I think about it, because you don't know what your opponent is doing. You know he has champions. You know he's been more powerful than you. You know you had a rough start. So getting this down while it's secure and get walls, that makes sense. But I still think if he had complete information, it would have been better to go north with that settler.
Yeah.
But
No, I agree. And also, since he is schemer, he should have complete information.
But he lost his scout.
he lost his scout.
But he built a new one. And he got the
two
rider one.
scouts. He got 2 scouts, so he should have better information than he. Again, that's also easy to say.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe you don't want all your orders to follow the army. Maybe it's better to actually clear your own tribe site than watching your opponent do it.
That is true. For sure, that is true.
But yeah, the walls doesn't seem like the right play here. Here it's a bit too you're playing a bit too scared.
Yeah, you're playing into a loss basically, because if your opponent is going to attack that, they might as well push south and go for the Vandal side at that moment, that time.
Yeah.
I rarely build walls. I don't
The
find
best
them
time
useful.
to build walls is to rush them the turn before your opponent attacks.
Yeah, and I've had games where I was like, why didn't I start this one turn earlier? But I still think the walls are quite lackluster, to be frank. And we do not see an additional. At least I don't see. No, I don't see it. And any additional settlers coming online in Hati's empire. So I don't know what they are gonna do about this northern barbarian side. And it's gonna. Yeah, he's moving his units south. Is he going for the Vandal side, or what do you think?
Yeah, maybe. Or just healing up his troops before deciding where to go.
I think had he pushed on and had that settler, he could have killed the camp before a new unit spawns and gotten control of that side. But again, it might be risky.
Maybe he saw the raid and thought that the Vandals will be easier to attack.
Yeah, that is maybe not wrong. Oh,
Do we have a better sense of what kind of tech paths they're going for now?
What happened? Was there an event with units in Axum? We do see 2 slingers in there. I'm missing way too much.
But it's impossible to keep all the events. Keep track of all the events.
It must have been some event, because I don't think the families were upset.
Family are good enough. I mean,
yeah,
especially patrons.
Yeah.
So must have been an event of some sort.
How do I follow all the events? What's the...
can't really go back turn by turn, but sometimes you can figure out a specific event from looking at the character
Notable.
and looking at the notable events.
Oh yeah, no.
King Consort Aras has died. Treachery, bond or break. I don't know if that was it.
Yeah, maybe the treachery one. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
On or break. So I can check.
I think Moroten would be quite upset if this game wouldn't go his way with his beginning. This has been quite unlucky. However, I think he might be alright due to Beefy's equally bad start, or maybe even worse actually. But had it been very competitive and close, it would feel awful to lose.
What do you mean luck? It's a skill issue. You just need to memorize all the million events in the game.
Yeah, I don't know
What
what
is
I
the
talked
rule?
about.
Actually, what is the? Sorry, I muted myself.
All right,
What
we'll
happened?
get back to you. we'll get back to you eventually, I think.
I'm sorry. I'm back. I ripped out my headphone cord from the. Yeah, which is not great. But what is the rules actually for the tournament about looking at the like event reference sheet during the game?
During the game? Oh, I don't know.
During the game.
I don't think.
Good question.
I don't think there is a rule for that. Maybe it's a skill set I need to pick up then, if that's gonna become the meta, or just go with the flow. That's
Yeah. I mean, I've always just been going with the flow, but it's always been a bit too tricky to at least use the event browser.
It's like you won't have time for it.
No, I think it's pretty comfy with time.
You would need to have like a co-player to check up the events for you and figure out what the effects are.
I don't know. I think it depends like how fast you are, I guess, but like I think it won't take that long to alt tab to the reference spreadsheet. Just type in what the event name is, and you don't do it for all the events. You know, it's just like for the. I guess I played long enough that I know which events have some danger attached to them. I might just not know.
When I eventually is out of the tournament, I'm just gonna be, you know, an assistant coach for other players looking up the events.
Yeah.
But there is a question from Problem Gambler in chat. What unlucky event transpired? And we think it was playing with fire with two oligarchs being lovers. And long story short, the one of them was a diplomat that took the kingdom, and the other became a Grand Vizier. The Grand Vizier died a few turns ago, and now we are just having to suffer through the diplomat. So a rough start, but I mean this volcanic eruption almost killed the two rebels, so at least we got that going for us.
It balances it out. You get some, you lose some.
Yeah, that's you gotta take what you gotta take. I'm curious if Hati is gonna go for this Vandal side, but he needs another settler. But he's probably scared about his opponent is maybe pushing into me in a few turns. I need something. He's also going for military drill now, which I think makes sense. See, camels being upgraded. But it's correct, the food resources are just awful on this map.
It's like Moroten was thinking about that from the start, like prioritizing getting growth somehow from freedom from the granaries.
Yeah. Not a bad call. I like how both went with patrons.
Yeah, but I don't know if patrons has given either player anything this game.
I mean, they got a free courtier, and the city in itself is happy, and culture will soon be
But wouldn't
strong.
they have gotten more from, like, you could have settled, I don't know, you could have settled, for instance, champions. Like, if it's just like, it would have been a good champion, like, or, yeah, I don't know. I think Axum is starting to get some of the benefits from the patrons, getting some specialists out.
I mean, he rushed
But
a settler turn 11 or something. That's usually not something you're
that's
capable
true.
of.
That's usually not something you can do.
So,
Okay, maybe I'm hating on the Patreon
I mean,
stuff for no reason.
I put them pretty low on my tier list and got flagged for that, but I'm trying to come around. Maybe patrons are all right. They were on top of Aaron's tier list, which was quite entertaining.
To be honest, I mean, I was surprised by that. I wasn't like going into making that video thinking like, yeah, I love patrons so much, I'm gonna show everyone why. Just like when I ended up adding up all the points, and then they ended up on top, I was like, yeah, that actually makes a bit of sense.
No, I mean, I think they are good. Like, for if you want like a city for like science, I think they make a lot of sense. But you have to utilize them too. You can't just. They require some work to actually get the benefit of it, and I'm not sure. We're
I
seeing
think the
enough
main thing
specialists.
is that they have all kinds of bonuses. They're like, there's nothing that they don't have. For example, the sages. Everyone thinks sages are really powerful, but
Yeah,
their seat is actually like every other city. It's like one big bonus that other families usually get, and they just have nothing there.
that's true. But yeah, on the other hand, yeah, that is true. But sages are also really powerful. I mean,
I'm
the
not
extra
saying that they
science is
aren't.
crazy.
I'm not saying that they aren't powerful, but
Yeah.
I mean, for patrons, you have something for every city. You have something when you found it. You get the courtier. You have the seat bonus with the happiness, and they have a really good opinion. So it's like a
That is
little
true.
bit in all the different things add up to a lot.
And my tier list was the opposite of your tier list in some regards at least, because I very much valued the best case scenario of a family compared to the average case, which made patrons a lot worse in my estimation. So
I think
I actually
if
agree
you
with that. I mean, I think it makes sense to rank based on the best case condition, because you do have quite a bit of flexibility in choosing what nation and families you pick based on the conditions.
I think in that case, traders are probably one of the best families still, because on some of those starting spots with all the nets, nothing really comes close.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I also rated them very high. I think only hunters and statesmen were above.
Statesmen are the ultimate general purpose machines. I mean, they are never bad.
But I'm surprised to see traders, like both players going with traders on this map. It just kind of shows that you can talk about the rankings and theorizing all you want, but then it comes to
they don't
practice
listen.
and
They don't listen or don't watch or both. Or they know something we don't.
Hati has clearly been putting them to use building the road networks.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure they've done much for Axum. for Moroten.
I mean, he will be able to get a lot of gold when he gets that.
It's a decent enough gold side.
Yeah, with the gems and the gold. And
I mean,
Not terrible.
it is what it is. It's still not nets, and you want nets on traders. That was the weakness of going with Axum, in my opinion. They require traders to be viable in the opening before I would ever consider Axum, I'd almost say.
you wouldn't play them if it's patrons, champions, clerics.
I don't think so.
I kind of like Axum with. Like I've been playing around with Axum for cleric start. Utilizing trying to utilize the Stella.
I think clerics are just coming online too late for what I think excels in the other kit in Axum, with champions and nets being very strong quite early and excellent techs initially.
Are always amazing, of course.
Yeah, so I think
but
if I'm going for the long game, I think I will find better options than Axum. But maybe not.
Yeah, but sometimes, like for instance, looking at this map, he does have two groves in his capital. Going clerics plus those two groves, and that is a lot of science you can get in your capital, and then having the boost from the Stella, you can get quite a substantive science city from that. But I agree. It's not the best family and nation combo that you could pick. So
year 37, we see a shrine coming online in Adulis, and we are
exciting rush for Saracenism. Who will get it?
Who's gonna get it? Very close. But we will see Moroten most likely being somewhat done with this expansion, perhaps, but he's getting raided quite a lot by now the Gauls are coming up top, which is going to be annoying, and I don't think by comparison that Beefy has had any raids at all. Might be mistaken, but
I think there might be a difference in like the tribal relations. He has truce with both the Gauls and the Thracians, Hatti player.
yeah, that's
but
true.
I think he probably has a lot less legitimacy. I'm not sure. He has 43.
And it would seem we have a new king on the throne for Hatti. Adopted.
Yeah, so that's the difference. Moroten has 62 legitimacy right now.
And why did our queen die? Seized the throne. Queen has died. Power play. End of an era. We got more digging to do in the event chain, guys.
End of an era. I don't have end of an era or power play.
We got a diplomat.
I mean, she was just severely ill. I don't think it was any foul play.
Was it?
Anyways, based on circling back to whether you can use the reference spreadsheet as a player during the tournament, reading the rules, it doesn't say explicitly, but I would interpret them as no. It does say explicitly that you're not allowed to have any outside assistance, including from non-players. And I think a website is a non-player that assists you. I'm not a lawyer, but yeah. But I think it's a fair reading that it might not be nice.
I bring it back to the game. It's right. It was just illness that killed the leader. It feels like Axum is having some issues. We lost a slinger down south to Marauder. That's never great. Maybe nerfs showing.
Maybe could be a bit tilted also from losing his leader that early.
It could be. he's still ahead in my book. How does the science look currently? I mean,
It's about
a great thing about having 3 people to cast is 3 people getting more involved in the discussion and less in the game at the same time. When it's one guy casting, there is nothing but the game to be discussed. But we
For
will
good and
see
bad,
a
I guess.
settler coming down here.
But
yeah,
on the
but he's still
science,
ahead on cities.
Why,
he's ahead on cities.
why do we force march if we won't be able to get there? That's
Maybe he wants
small
to be able to
mistakes.
get there next turn.
He
Yeah.
would still be able to get there next turn, no?
Maybe not without the force march. I'm not sure.
No, he would be because he's built a road up there, I think.
Yeah,
Already.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be good. I would consider that a mistake, but I might be
Maybe.
mistaken. He's been pretty good about scouting the corners of the map, which has this little island in the very corner with one Thracian side, which is kind of cool, but also tough to get to. I don't think I would consider settling this.
No, I think these Thracian sites on the side don't make much sense. And I think also, yeah. But you also don't want to get raided from
Could put down a rider spot in the far corner, just some camels.
Yeah, that is true.
camels flowing in from over the desert. It'd be fun to watch at least.
Very thematic.
Yeah.
Problem with the camel though is that you need a lot of food.
You do need food.
I mean, this
What are
site
they?
we have triple wheat on this site that just got settled by Moroten, which is gonna help a lot. But yeah,
Yeah.
food is gonna be an issue for sure.
It's food and wood, though, so.
Food more so than wood. You need food for more stuff. Just building these farms is a good call, I think. Just building farms, just farming.
But I think as it looks now, Hatti is closer to the camels and land consolidation than Moroten is, because Moroten is taking phalanx now, while Hatti is in forestry. So
that's true.
In 5 years, he might be able to be starting the land consolidation tech, and that could really,
Yeah.
Getting that earlier could turbocharge things.
You would be quite ahead in the tech wars if you have camels and your opponent doesn't on this map.
Because even though he has spears are okay against camels, but camels are still, they will have no mad bonus everywhere. So these camels will be...
They would be dangerous without doubt, but they would be expensive as well, and it's a decent enough counter to have phalanx.
Yeah. I'm scared of seeing camels.
It depends a bit on the numbers, but they trade decently with camels. But the camels are just great with movability, moving back and forth and enabling route chains. We'll also soon be seeing both of them getting strong in the capital, which is going to be better for Hati. I say their unit is a lot better, which may also be one of the reasons he's going phalanx in action. Realizing, okay, I might soon enough be facing some chariots could also, in theory, be on the road soon enough with a rider family. Although you don't see horses, you know chariots could, in theory, be on the map soon.
That's true.
But
what kind of what nations would you have played if you were playing your games on. Maybe you're playing your games on the on the what's this map called again?
This is a desert with no water or something to that extent. I don't remember it exactly. It's a map
on
script.
this desert map.
I'm not. I've only played on it once, I think, for real. Maybe twice, but I'm not too familiar with the map script. For most of these tournament maps, I load them up a bunch of times before I go into my match and try to get a feel for how the script works. That's what I did for my first match, at least. That was a hardwood wide map. Fun map.
Yeah, what do you think about that dynamic? Because I didn't play last tournament, but my impression was that then the map was picked shortly before the actual game, so you couldn't prepare for the map in the same way as you can now.
I
Is
think
that
this
right?
is 10 times better. I even suggested
agree.
it to Alcaraz. Not exactly this, but something very close to it. My suggestion was let's have a Swiss tournament and have each round be a separate kind of map, where you could vary the settings so you would get different games and people could prepare for that game. And they took it to the next level with each match having their own preset map, which is even better.
Yeah, I also really like it, and I think it makes it quite fun. I mean, I like thinking about old world, you know.
I
I think
think
most
we
of us
all do.
do.
Nah,
You know,
Yeah.
and
nah.
so it's like, oh, now I get to think about nice custom strategies for this particular game. Wow,
and
that's so fun.
and you will see a broader range of strategies. I'm for sure thinking some maps is gonna be more inclined to certain nations, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good dynamic, you know, and I think playing old world at well requires being able to kind of jump between the nations, which is quite hard. I mean, it is so much depth in this game. It's like only learning how to play one nation half decently is very difficult. Playing all of them is super difficult.
Our economy is pretty rough in Axum. We are losing food each turn. We are losing iron each turn. We are losing money almost. Our leader is going to die soon. That's at least something, I guess.
Now, he doesn't have any iron mines yet. He's building them now. 2 of them. He will get 1 iron mine coming up now next turn. And yeah, I feel like he has been underinvesting in food as well, but he seems to be starting up some cluster around Wurko, where he has pinged for a granary and some farms. So
This champion side, it doesn't look like a champion side to me. It has an Odeon. But I mean, there is an argument to that if you would like to get your unique unit online.
yeah, I think that's fair. I usually always approach. I mean, I always take divination first, and I like to just put a shrine in whatever city I want to actually build a unique unit in, and start by building
One feature I
an
really
acolyte for the
I
culture.
think there's great synergy between champion and patron because you can send a luxury resource to the champion side, which I think is great. I
That's true.
almost always do that when I have them both.
And they also synergize quite nice with the traders, because the traders in their seed start with the fair, which gets the bonus culture from any luxury.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
That is something.
But the economy is doing not good, but a bit better in Hati. However, we have double the worker count in Axum. We have 8 workers to 3 workers, and how does it look on improvement count? We've had Axum at 24 and Harty on 13. So not a...
24 and 13.
Yeah.
But also, I'm looking at the like worker terms, and yeah, Axum has like double the amount of worker terms utilized. So I mean, he seems to have done something with his workers at least.
I think this leader has been severely ill and doomed and cursed and just in every sense of the word annoying for quite a while. And look at the family. There is no spouse. There is an upset heir, a scholar coming next turn. This has been...
But this is a nice scholar for him, and I think a scholar here would be quite nice.
Yeah, he needs that, but it has been very annoying, and looking at the regent currently controlling is not a lot better on Harty's side. But in a few years that this
There's
philosophy
a nice
student
rising
is gonna
star as well. Axum has his courtier is a rising star, but he doesn't seem to be utilizing him. He could be an amazing governor in Adulis.
He's 18 years old, so...
Yeah, 18 years old, intelligent, rising star. It would be like 4 growth, like a bunch of culture, 5.5.
The boss though, so some discontent.
Yeah, that's true. But it also...
You can tank it in a patron city.
Exactly. You can tank it to the patron city.
That's not going to be an issue. At least not to the extent where I wouldn't install him.
No.
I'm always...
That's really a nice heir, like 7 wisdom.
It is.
Yeah. He's going to benefit so much from this science and being able to now, like, beeline into land consolidation.
Harty's science has stalled big time after we lost our leader. But we will get the elder shopkeeper next. We will get an officer. So it's gonna improve, and hopefully our leader is gonna be better than what we have currently. I still think, and this has been my assessment for this entire game, Axum is quite far ahead, but he doesn't realize it. Because his game is going horrendous, but Beefy's is even worse. But I might be wrong. And I'm sorry to the player. I'm sorry, I apologize to the players if they are playing the best game they've ever played, but I doubt that's the case. I almost know that to an extent, but I know Moroten. He's a pretty good player. He has beaten me quite a few times. So.
Yeah, I've also played Moroten. He's a very capable player. I never played beefy, so I can't say. But I mean, I think also, you know, a lot of new players are joining for this tournament, and so and I think it's everyone is welcome to play, and so I think it's also fun. Fun for more people to experience the multiplayer scene in Old World. Yeah.
I'm sort of scared of the unknown new players, as we don't. Oh, I don't know how good they are, and some of them, this guy, Problem Gambler, for instance, I know he's not hidden. He's been around for a few months now, and I haven't had the pleasure of playing him, but I didn't know about him until very recently, and he earned my respects.
Yeah,
I
think I played 4 or 5 network games against him, and it's not looking good for me in any of the games.
I'm a bit scared for him. I'm not going to lie.
He's an amazing. I think one thing, you know, now I'm giving tips against other players, but I think one thing to know about him is he's an excellent tactician as goes for unit movements. He really makes no mistakes in network play, which is crazy.
Thank you for the tip. I know exactly how to abuse that and win versus him. He plays flawlessly and perfect. Thank
So,
you.
you know, don't fight him, basically.
I
That's
see now.
basically the tip. Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna.
I will only
I
go
hope that
eco
was
game.
helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
To fill up.
And his eco game is also amazing.
Just
Yeah.
surrender then.
Yeah,
Thanks for
Yeah.
the tip.
I'm
So, you
gonna.
know, don't waste your time.
Yeah, that. Thank you for the
Yeah.
advice.
Hope it helps.
Uh,
No, it's good. I also lost a few games in our cloud duels.
Yeah. No, but I also learn a bunch. You know, I think I lose most of my games when I play. But also you learn a bunch, and you become better as well with time. That's how
Yeah.
it is.
I have this strategy of posting all my strategies online, and then when I eventually lose, I can blame it on that. Oh, you knew what I was doing. Which was actually the case. My first game was I played versus an unknown, and he clearly knew my strategy. He knew exactly what I was going for and tried to counter it, which was very close to actually succeeding. Which I mean, um, that was fun
Yeah.
in its own way.
Don't make it
But
too
if I
easy
had
for
lost,
yourself.
but if I had lost, maybe I wouldn't be so entertained.
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy until I lose.
Then there will be no more videos.
Yeah. I mean, the videos are not really being produced when I'm casting. Gonna admit that.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But I
I'm
think
loving the content creation in the old world space, though. You know, I think it's super nice for the community.
I also think it's interesting to see like how ideas develop. Like your videos about openings and also the ones I did about families and nations. It's kind of like a reference point, like how we are thinking about the game right now. And then in 2 or 3 months, when we're really into the tournament, we might have a completely different idea on what's good or
Yeah.
not.
our takes might be bad. One thing
Probably.
that clearly I had a take about the commander. I had difficulties finding a good playstyle with commander, and Major General playing Alcaraz yesterday.
Yeah.
That opening he had produced was amazing.
It was super scary.
That was
It was super
so
scary.
impressive. Or
But I
at
don't
least
know how much the general. I mean, I think it was beautifully executed by him in terms of, like, you know, methodically kind of charging into Alcaraz. But I don't know to what extent the commander, like, do you not think it would have been like equally powerful with like a hero or a tactician, for instance?
No, I don't think so. But we also shouldn't talk too much about them. Still ongoing game.
That's
I
true.
I don't know if it's done or if it's still going. But yeah,
No, I think it's still ongoing.
I shan't talk more about it.
Yeah.
However, Hati just had the opportunity to go for land consolidation and opted to go for steel instead. That's surprising.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't. I think camels are a bit of a sleeper unit among newer players. You don't really, they're like a bit out of the way, and you don't really think about them. So maybe he hasn't thought about the camel angle to the desert map.
That could be the case. But there are 2 grow resources in his capital, which would be nice. We still don't have a religion, by the way. Yeah, soon 50-ish, and no religion inside.
So not very pious. Not very pious.
Yeah, but no
world
clerics
here.
either, so it's not as
Yeah.
important.
That is true. We do see the free
Oh,
Vimiti warrior coming for Axum.
yeah.
Probably
Maybe
using that scholar to go for them.
Yeah, and that scholar is already doing work in Adulis.
But I
Pulling
still
ahead
would
now
have.
a bit in the science.
I would much
40
rather
against
still
30.
see. Yeah, but I would much rather see the Rising Star in a duelist than his Scholar there. Because the Rising Star gave him 7 science per turn, his Queen gives him 3 science per turn.
At some
So
point,
he has to be...
at some point, I need to learn exactly what events and stuff there is associated with a Rising Star. I
It's
love
so
them, I
amazing
like
when you
them,
get
and
it.
then sometimes they hurt my feelings.
That's true. I feel like usually they don't hurt my feelings. Usually I just give them everything they want.
Yeah, same.
Usually it
I
doesn't
think
work out.
as a shorthand, they usually like try to take more power when they level up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that can
Yeah,
be
power
something to
hungry
keep
can be
track
a
of.
bit scary, but like, yeah,
Rising
usually
Star
feel
is
like,
usually amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
I think they usually don't try to grab the throne until like it goes pretty bad, and like your leader dies or is very ill, and they have already like leveled up 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Maybe the event browser Alcaraz linked earlier is the perfect solution we need for this.
Yeah, I can check.
I wish Axum had placed some roads or more improvements or something. It's missing currently, in my opinion, from his empire. But
Yeah, although to some extent, I mean, it would be nice to have the roads just for the connectedness, but also it's pretty flat land on this map. I don't feel like roads,
accomplish a
you
lot.
know, I don't feel like roads accomplish that much, and they do actually cost quite a bit of stone. And we do have Moroten putting down a lot more urban improvements than Meat is, I think. And that probably, the difference is probably in large part all this road along there, along the map.
Maybe you could be right.
But I am generally a big fan of building roads because, you know, the road is a bit of a cost in terms of orders to get it down, but then it saves you orders every time you move units along it.
And there's been quite a lot of movement up and down. We do also have a
Yeah.
scholar, by the way, on the throne for Hati now. Also with decent stats, not as good, but Pathfinder ain't great. I'm not gonna lie, that's unlucky. You hate to see it on this map. And a monkey owner. I don't know if that's good or bad, honestly. How do you feel about that, Aaron? Monkey owner.
I think it's a bit like rolling the dice. I'm not sure exactly how it's divided, but feels like you have as much of a chance to get a positive effect as a negative.
Do we have a favorite animal? I mean, dogs are pretty good. Elephant also good. Fish.
What do you get from dogs, I feel like?
I, f- I feel like you re-roll into some pretty decent events having had a dog. I don't know the exact events, but in my head canon, I just being a dog owner is usually a good thing. Moroten is building a wall in Axum. Why? I disagree. They both, you know, one player is making a mistake when both are building a wall.
Yeah.
That can't be right.
Yeah, the wall doesn't make any sense.
Maybe he saw the wall in Kusara and was inspired, like, that looks nice.
Maybe he's a bit scared. I don't know.
Yeah, I
No,
don't know.
he shouldn't be scared. He's similar. I mean,
Welcome
maybe if he was.
to welcome to Scientific. I'll just give him a brief
Yeah.
recap of what had transpired on this map. We have Hati being piloted by Beefy, and he had an awful beginning, an awful start. He failed to clear his first barb camp almost 2 times, so he had to get an additional unit to clear it, and he rushed out a settler with civics to get started. So that was such a setback. He went with a schema in the beginning, so he's been behind the entire game basically. One of the worst beginnings to a game I've ever seen. Uh, and he did amazingly to recover to some extent with the rushing. However, Axum had a tactician in the beginning, had a pretty decent opening, cleared some barb camps, but had his oligarchs take over the kingdom. So he lost his throne quite early and got a grand vizier with shitty stats and a diplomat on the throne. So I don't assume he's been too happy about his play. So I think both players think they are in a far worse state than they actually are because they don't know how bad the opponent had it. But currently and for the entire game, I think Axum has been ahead. He's ahead in development and ahead in science. Although it is quite even in science.
No, but I think that's right. I think Axum is ahead in terms. I think there is a consistent, like, better game choices made. Although I think his luck has been quite poor this game.
I'm surprised by how many people know that Moroten is a carrot. Or maybe they just look at the picture.
I mean, he's been part of the community for a while now, so...
Yeah, that might be it.
And he's a big carrot advocate.
That is true.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of
That's
people in chat has commented on they should make a stew or something with the beef and the carrot. It's
I didn't realize that yet, but I didn't realize that until now. But yeah, that's kind of funny.
I mean, this is a bit like how and that the scene I initially came from was the RTS real-time strategy game with Initial being StarCraft, where all the pro-Korean gamers picked some random English vegetable word and had that as their tag for their career.
That's
At least some did that, yeah. But back to Beefy. Back to Beefy. He is building the settler, and it soon is gonna be done. Ooh, we had a rebel spawn.
Yeah, actually, traders are very unhappy with him. They're furious.
Traders are not satisfied currently. Is it something we can resolve?
I don't know. I think this is one of the drawbacks to not having any religion. Is that
I mean,
it does make managing opinion.
We see 6 families on the map, and the one family being very satisfied, the one pagan, believing in pagan.
That's why you should.
This is if I ever saw an advertisement for going paganism, this is it.
Yeah. I usually always, like, unless there is some strong reason for it, I always try to get all of my families onto paganism.
Same.
I think it just, you know.
I think religion is overrated overall.
Overrated?
Yeah. Not pagan, but going for either Zoroastrianism or Judaism. I'm not saying it's bad,
maybe a bit,
but I think it's overrated.
Yeah, I feel like maybe on the pressure of getting Zoroastrianism, that is maybe a bit overrated. But I don't know. I feel like it's also I don't think it's a massive deal if you don't get it. But I feel like at least Zoroastrianism is kind of free. I always like building some apprentice acolytes just for like the science build up, I think, and the culture. I think it's a great early game specialist. And getting a Zoroastrianism is just kind of a nice bonus.
I remember when I started playing, I thought religion was basically the only approach to getting science. So I was very anxious about getting the religion game going. And then I realized I can just build officers instead. They both provide science and training, and I'm gonna be good. So
Yeah. No, I mean I agree on but officers are nice, but it's not that much science. I like to actually have as a tool to get the 100 plus 150 200 science. Many of them go through religion.
You kind of need culture as well, like just getting apprentice specialists or rural specialists. You're not going to get that super city culture science.
Yeah. I think religion is also important because of order economy. It depends a bit what nation you're playing, but for many nations it will be crucial to get monotheism to actually be able to
it does,
do
but
something substantial.
it comes later.
Yeah. That's true. But it's like a build-up, you know. If you get the religion early, it will have time to spread around, and you can like manage opinion. And
I think to some extent I have the issues with religion that is also related to my issues with the cleric's family. I understand the value. I see that it's great, but it's an investment that it's going to flourish later in the game, and
yeah.
I'm maybe more of a now and here kind of guy, which sometimes is wrong. Ooh, this is great for Axum. They have an ambition for controlling 2 Mighty warriors, and would you have it next turn? He is that's pretty good.
Oh, I love when that happens.
That's pretty good.
And I think you will have time to finish the stone ambition as well. It's a bit tight, but I'm not sure about the 5 developing cities.
The 5 developing cities are. I mean, he's gonna get at least 2 more, but I don't think he's gonna get to 5. No. His champion side is gonna be able to pump out his unique unit in 2 more laws. That has been the case for the last 30 years or so. Science in this game has been pretty slow. Steel coming online any day now in Hati, by the way. Maybe they should go for more religion. I see the point. Why are we building a festival? Is this autumn? No. We are just building a festival for the heck of it.
Where?
We just finished it in Salpuvan, the patron city with walls. I don't get why you have the option to build a treasury. That's a lot better in my opinion than a random festival that doesn't accomplish anything. Or go for another unit, maybe. Or worker.
Which city?
What? Did it change name or was I blind? Kusara? Oh, it's the Salpuvan family, my bad. But it is Kusara, the gold gems in the middle of his empire, in the front.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a strange pick. In that case, he has 2 festivals.
There's 2 festivals being built in there. Oh, I think workers would have been better.
Yeah, sure.
He's sitting at 5 workers at turn 50. And I know it's been a rough game, but still.
Maybe he's angling for the 12 citizens for Christianity. Maybe he wants to get Judaism and Christianity at the same time. Just kind of
I doubt that.
bang them out.
I doubt that. I very much doubt that.
some fun strategies sometimes.
This slinger is just taking a beating by this skirmisher. We do also lack the legitimacy for Hati quite a bit. I missed that turn entirely by Axum. We see our power level has suddenly increased by a decent amount with our unit coming online, and we do have access to spear, if I'm not mistaken. So we could maybe go on the offensive if we, or we definitely could if we had perfect information. But maybe he's considering going on the offensive. He's not seeing a lot of warriors around.
No, I think he could definitely get something done.
Yeah,
and I mean, his order economy is not terrific. I think I would be slightly worried in his shoes, unless I see. No, he is weaker. He does see weaker now.
You see weaker, and while you know your order economy isn't the greatest, you can kind of know for a fact your opponent's order economy is also going to be bad. They don't have serfdom, and you do. They may have a rider city, but still, you should be somewhat equal. And you know they've settled at least one city less than you, so you can assume they are probably fighting or could be fighting that side you are. I think there is merit to go on the offensive.
But he does have riders, which is 2 orders per turn, and a lot of the orders usually come from legitimacy, and I guess he can't know what the. Well, maybe he could see based on the cognomen of Beefy's leader. But like, the reason Moroten doesn't have amazing orders right now is because his legitimacy is quite weak. Because he had such a mess of leaders grabbing the throne and then dying, and
Yes.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. But it's hard to see those. I think now, if I was in Moroten's shoes, I was like, oh, I thought I was gonna lose this entire game because the events were absolute chaos, and now I feel like there's a slight, I feel like I'm slightly ahead. I would want to make my lead bigger before I jeopardize anything. So cautious player, so yeah.
So if you're playing Hati, what do you think your plan is right now?
That is an excellent question. I think I would know I'm on the back foot, so I would most likely attempt to cut a few corners, but playing a tall economic style. Maybe trying to settle this next city up here, but going towards defensive techs, maybe going towards the machinery. I would probably get land consolidation in this case, but
yeah,
mainly setting myself up for a defensive position and just hoping I could do better than my opponent in the long term. But honestly, I don't know. I don't see an easy approach currently. How would you approach it, Aaron?
Yeah, I think
if you were
getting four loss is a good idea. You have the ambition as well, so I think rhetoric is nice, and yeah, trying to expand a bit more. I don't know why has all his army so far back. Clearing that barbarian site is probably next on the agenda.
Yeah, he did just finish a settler in Hattusa, and he came back to deal with one rebel, but I mean, said rebel has been dealt with, so could
And I think getting the barracks and officers out is a good idea as well.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the best play is line consolidation, and I think he should beeline it. He can just reroll since he has a scholar.
Oh, what happened? What happened with the champion seat? Rebels captured.
What?
Oh wow,
What?
that's interesting.
What? What have you missed?
How did that happen?
Anarchy.
Sword and Chain Slinger converts to Rebels. I don't understand what
Zulu
happened.
system.
I will try to look at
What?
the sword and chain system.
What is happening? City planning. Turn 52.
But I don't know. Is this some 5-dimensional strategy play to get your champions sitting in the
Forward?
front?
Holy, what is this crazy strat? I'm sorry, I apologize, stream. I missed this. I have no idea what happened. I have no idea what transpired, but he moved his champion side. I believe I looked there 2 turns ago. Holy damn. I'll say I have 2 extra casters and we all kinda missed it. I mean, Aaron's kinda got there in the end, but
I don't know what the heck this is.
I have no idea.
But will it swap back? No, how does this work?
No.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna stay.
But I mean, now your champion seat is back to weak culture, so I'm pretty sure that was not the plan.
No, I don't think so.
I can only imagine.
A bit of work.
Moroten is gonna be fuming right now. But he's still far ahead, which is crazy.
And he has this impossible 100 population ambition now.
Yeah, that's great. You'll love to see it.
In the desert.
Yeah.
100 population in the desert.
But it is going back in 3 turns. It's gonna be fine. But
he has a note there. Wow, that was new. Never seen that event before. Should probably read the text more.
Everybody is surprised, Moroten. You are excused.
Yeah, wow.
But I can't find the sword and chain on the.
But he needs to attack the city, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's getting captured by barbarians.
Yeah, he needs to move a unit inside.
He needs to. He needs to capture, attack it, and.
But can he capture it in 3 turns?
Maybe.
I hope he realizes it's not his city currently, and at least I don't think it is. I'm so confused.
I don't think he realized he's not using his orders.
I think he might be confused.
Yeah, I think he's confused as well.
Maybe trying to assess what just happened, as we all are.
Because I think if it finishes capturing, I think he loses the culture in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Maybe.
But I mean, we all agree he did that on purpose to move the seat forward, right?
Of course.
Sure.
That is the only reason one would do such a thing.
So what was the event called? I want to find the.
I'm not sure about it. There is an event on the leader called City Planning that happened last turn, but maybe that was 2 turns ago. What? I'm not quite sure about.
The sword and chain was not. It can it converts 1 warrior to a rebel. I think it seems like.
Scientific is cooking up new strategies in chat.
But I mean, if the unit was in the city, I don't know.
Maybe that's how it works. Okay, let me.
But he can attack with his units. He should be attacking with his units. I'm I'm giga confused. I'm giga confused. And I apologize, stream, for missing it.
Oh my God, what happened?
That is...
Anyone else seen this in chat?
It seems like most people are sort of confused as well. I mean,
I don't think I've seen that event, like,
same.
even as an option.
And I've played this
No.
game for 1,000 hours, so...
I mean, I played this game for like 3,000 hours and I've never seen it either. Crazy. It's crazy.
I've no idea.
They usually don't explore all the event options because you just try to figure out which ones don't kill me.
We have Soren Johnson in chat, and yeah, just to confirm, this was definitely done on purpose to move it forward. That's the canon we are going for, both in chat and casters. Maybe Moroten hasn't realized that yet, but
I mean, he's not attacking it, so he's very confused. He's gonna be pretty surprised in 2 turns when it finishes.
please start attacking your own city, my man.
Oh my God.
Moroten, my boy.
It's such a cursed game for Moroten.
It's the most cursed game for both players ever. What
Are we
is
sure that
going
he
on?
can attack it? I'm trying to like see.
Yeah, he can.
When you click the unit, it's
Yeah.
It looks a bit weird though, like from the units that are not in range, you can't seem to like be able to move it to attack.
From my point of view, it seems like he's able to attack it.
Yeah, if I'm clicking on the DMT warrior
The-
next to it, he seems to be able to-
Yeah.
The note by the city is Moroten stating, that was new, never seen that event before, should probably read the text more.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
he's gonna become a scholar when this stream is done, going to read every single event.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea how this happens. I'm problem gambler. I think it's like maybe this is like a weird edge case combinations of different events. I don't know.
It's I've lost for words. I've no idea what happened. Meanwhile, our Hachi player is still struggling with this barbarian side up here. I don't know why he didn't bring more units. I mean, he's probably fearing an invasion. He's looking at Axum and seeing competent. I wonder if he noticed that he gone down a city count. I mean,
I'd be so confused if I.
yeah, I would have no idea what it is. It's
I would
changed
have
with your
assumed I
face.
misread it.
Yeah, I'm questioning my own sanity. I think both players are heading for the hospital when this is over. And we're just taking a beating on that Axeman. Okay, Moroten, please, one turn, do something. All right. These are the events I can tell on the leader chat, and I don't really know which one it could have been. A frustrating outcome, maybe a change of heart. It's definitely not city planning. That's right. I don't know which event it could have been. I'm sorry. And it seemed to happen instantly. I think we were looking at that city, and then one turn later it was just. And right now we agree the barbarians are gonna take over the city next turn because he doesn't take it back. At least that's what I think is gonna happen. I'm staying on this vision for now.
Yeah, if I'm looking at the game log, it seems like turn 51, there's the ambition pillage 10 improvements. And then turn 52, it just says the city was captured by rebels.
This is
And there was the ambition control 100 population. But I don't know. And there was no. I can't see any like whether there are units or like whether there were rebels already. In I don't know. Looking a little bit before, I don't see any like reason there would be like rebels there.
Is it our rising star that made something happen? No, probably not. City planning.
The 1 year and it will be captured. What do you think will happen when it's captured? What kind of city do you think it will be? Will this be like a barbarian encampment?
We'll have our new nation spawn in. Fluffy will be piloting the new nation spawning in right here.
Fluffy will be joining in.
Fluffy will be hot joining in a second. If anyone in chat has any idea what character I could inspect for getting a better idea about the event, I'm open to suggestions.
Yeah, maybe Becca. It could be it. He will just pillage all the improvements in his city so he can clear the event. Or clear the ambition of pillaging 10 improvements. That'd be very fun.
Absolutely amazing stuff we're witnessing. This has been at the same time the worst and best play in the tournament so far, perhaps. Moving this champion side forward.
I'm so curious what it's gonna be. Because it could be like I think you can get these like the kind of white flagged nation. That kind of
maybe an AI nation is just gonna spawn next turn. What? Idle? What is this?
Oh, it's a rebel. It's just a rebel city. Okay, starting attacking it now.
Okay, so now he can maybe take it. Okay, maybe he wasn't able to attack it.
Maybe he wasn't.
Okay, he's
maybe
taking it back.
What Aaron was saying. And anyways, it's probably nicer to do it now because his previous version of the city had walls, and he was doing no damage to it.
I think everybody, including developers, are very confused about what is happening. I don't feel qualified for doing this cast. I don't even know how the event browser works. I don't know. Our combined 5,000 hours ain't even close to comprehending what kind of 5D chess our friend Moroten is playing with, moving this champion side. I like it. It's very entertaining. And meanwhile, Beefy has no idea what is going on, but he is maybe getting this side up here finally.
But 2 years, and it's not a unit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not certain about it.
I don't think he's getting the side because I think he has to retreat the Axeman.
I'll repeat myself. I feel awful for both players as we've just been yapping the entire time. We miss a lot of stuff. And I was about to say nothing too important most likely, and then suddenly a city is captured.
This is going to be the 4th law though on Axum. So in next turn he will be able to build to throw down some.
Yeah, and we see Beefy making progress towards the 2nd law as well. So we are getting there to 56. It's pretty good.
Could it be an event called City Anarchy? I don't know if I saw it happen, but it could be candidates.
This is gonna be so difficult. We will have them stop at turn 60, and no one can talk about it. No one can talk about it because Beefy cannot know what has happened. So everybody in chat be silent. Say nothing.
But I mean, Beefy must figure out something from the new family seat having moved to the front.
Maybe, but he,
Yeah,
for
we
all he
can't talk
knows,
about it.
we can't talk about it. This is, oh, it's gonna be difficult to not talk about it. It's gonna be very difficult to not talk about.
I can't find City Anarchy in the reference spreadsheet event browser. I do find it in the actual event browser, but that was so hard to interpret. So. There it seems to be.
I like this play for Moroten, building inquiries in his city with the scholar. He has decent civic production and awful science. I think that's gonna help a bit with the science. A good call in my book.
Yeah.
But looking at the stats, I mean, we still see military score. We see, okay, it's not enough to decisively decide the game. And I think that the weird thing was we were getting ready for some kind of push for perhaps at least for Moroten, and then it really got stopped in its tracks. But Moroten has been ahead on most metrics most of the game, and he still is.
Seems to be opting away from the border boost here. He draw the border boost and well, he's just juggling it until the it is recaptured the city.
We also see improvement controlled is 41.
But that is not counting the improvers. It's not controlling right now.
My next video might be how to move your city seat to the middle of the map.
Yeah.
How to. It's gonna be exploitable somehow. I mean, I would love if other people would make some content for this game. Obviously, this tournament is great content in itself, so hats off to the tournament organizers. It's by every stretch of the animation 10 times better than anything I've accomplished. But it's been a bit of a drought lately with the content creation outside of this tournament. Myself and Aaron has been providing a lot of the community hotspot. It's all good.
Yeah.
Axum, Hattie has finally cleared this lovely side. And the settlers coming. Everything is going according to plan. And he has heavy chariots coming up, which is pretty good.
Yeah, an Axeman plus heavy chariots, he can really do something.
Yeah, it's a pretty, depending on how the engagement go.
Yeah,
but
you don't want to be caught out of this flat land with.
Exactly. There could be enough Alpha Strike value that Hati could take a decisive victory in a battle.
Yeah.
But it could also go the other way.
Yeah, for sure. So now it's gonna be important for Moroten to think carefully about how he positions his units to make sure that there are no route possibilities anywhere.
This is very interesting in that sense that they are very close, and one big mistake, if they actually get to fight, could decide the match.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Moroten is substantially ahead in science now.
Moroten is
and orders and legitimacy as well.
He's ahead by almost every metric, but he's it's getting closer in military, and if it's a bad engagement, it could go to beefy. But with that said, if we have the champion side back, ladies and gents, repair
It's still
damage.
developing, so he still has that there.
Yeah, it still has all
But,
the. But he lost.
6 turns later.
But he lost his this very nice with officer and sewer system.
Yeah.
What was it? The sewer system that fucked it up? I don't know.
No,
Could be.
I don't think so.
Nah.
that's how the rebels got in.
Right.
The rebels entered the sewer system, and that's why the walls didn't protect the city.
Goddamn Ninja Turtles.
But yeah, 2 barracks and that shrine.
Yeah, that's annoying. That's no longer in. What about a steel? Does he have any steals? I mean, he's the one nation that should have a great time dealing with new leaders, but I don't think the old leaders died early. They just didn't lead. Or
Yeah, I think they died.
Have you noticed
I
where
can
he put his
try
steel?
to-
Yeah,
I mean, there's
there is a
one
steel. There is one steel in the champion side. That
in the new one.
Also in the new one.
No, or you
No,
mean
no,
the
sorry,
old one?
the old one, the old one. Yeah, sorry, my bad. There is one
There
steel.
is?
Yeah, to the left,
Oh yeah,
above
yeah.
the quarries.
No,
Yeah,
I
I think
see.
only the second leader died. The first leader didn't die since they abdicated. And I think he had basically no legitimacy because the leader died or the leader abdicated so early and it just costed so much.
I mean, both nations are looking great for turn 35 or so, so that's great. I apologize to the both players bashing them quite a bit. I hope they don't take it too hard. I think they've been very unlucky, like beyond any reason. But it's been equal, sort of. So very entertaining game.
So it seems, I think it has something to do with the Swords and Chains event.
How are you approaching this? What is your approach to learn this currently, Aaron? What are you currently doing?
I'm asking AI and adding game files.
Smart.
Which AI warlord are you?
That's the new event browser. You just
AI browser.
load the entire event XML into the context window.
Yeah, pretty much. Burning credits.
Yeah. Smart stuff. Okay. Yeah, because I can't make sense of the event browser. Maybe I will make.
I can give you a pro tip.
I'll start a project. I'll make like the older world browser skill.
I'll give you a pro tip. You can ask it to explain it to you as you're 5 years old.
Yeah, that usually works.
Pretend I'm stupid, just for a second, please.
Yeah. old world events for dummies, please.
Yes.
There is an unutilized law for.
Yeah, he could go for tyranny or constitution
here. Yeah. That would be a nice 5 signs.
Both would be great, I think.
Yeah, I usually rarely pick up tyranny because usually I usually often feel that I'm more resource constrained than training constrained.
I think both options are good here. You also get a lot of money with it, or some money at least.
That's true.
I think both have merit. So
yeah, they definitely both have merit. But I think at this point, still, maybe he's planning to go on an attack soon. I don't know.
I'm not sure if this is the explanation, but it's like an imprisoned family head, and the family is upset, and then there's a unit with no general, and since that was in the city, it's flipped from being a champions unit to becoming a rebel, and I think that somehow flipped the city to rebels.
That is
That's
an
crazy.
advanced explanation. I'll buy it.
But I think it has had, I think it had to be that. But I think there's also a crazy mechanic that, like, if a rebel flips inside the city, then it just captures it immediately.
But is it
Yeah,
considered?
it should be like bumped out.
Yeah,
I think it should be bumped out.
this must almost be considered a bug then, right? I mean, it's not supposed to take control of a city like that.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure if it's intended or not, but that seems like a pretty rough consequence.
Yeah. But I think that probably has to be it. I mean, it sounds like plausible. I don't know what.
At least it sounds plausible. I mean, we've had several developers in chat, including Becht. He's not a developer, but I mean, our local wizard. So we haven't seen Solver. We haven't seen Solver in chat, so we're still missing.
He'd be the one who might know.
I might be wrong, but this is what Fable was telling me, at least.
Yeah, you gotta trust Fable. Fable knows his stuff.
Well, I think that the theory is currently that there was a unit turning rebel in the city by the event, and then that in itself turned the city into that something in between. That's how I understood it. But
yeah,
I think that sounds like a bug. I don't know. Is there any rules regarding bugs in this tournament?
I mean, you could see the unit dying on turn 52, I think.
Yeah, probably. We caught it almost the turn it happened. Almost.
Yeah, I think you might have been a bit late showing it, but there was a rebel unit that was killed by the Demet warriors.
Yeah, I think so. I was distracted for a second when it happened. I wasn't ready for that kind of fast-paced action.
I'll send you what Fluffy. I'll send you what Fable wrote to me. You can see if that makes any sense.
Do we have any rules regarding extreme bugs like that in a tournament? I mean, if this had been a very equal game, this would most likely be rough to come back from.
Yeah.
I don't think I remember.
I don't know
anything
what the
in
rules
the rules
are. I don't know what rules are. So maybe we should, I don't know, Cyan and is in chat, maybe he knows what if there's anything we should let, if the players should be made aware of anything. I mean, I think anyways, yeah, I think Moroten is winning this, so I'm not sure it matters, but
given all the randomness in this game anyway, I think it's best just to roll with it. It can also be hard to determine if it's a bug or if it's a mechanic you just don't know about. For instance, I learned recently you can't stun a ship with a unit on land. That could be considered a bug if you didn't know it was supposed to happen. But that is the mechanic. That's how it works. So. I don't know if they wanted to save the game here or they talked a bit before about turn 60.
Yeah, chat and ask.
They both said turn 60. What an entertaining game. blunt magic, but I was not quickly to inspect the city. Aaron was there faster and saw the Miti warriors kill a rebel before I got there, basically. I might go watch football in a little while.
Oh, is that the Brazil-Norway game?
It is.
Exciting.
I think they started 20 minutes ago or so. Again, just to the state of the game. Are we stopping here? Or...
I think so. It seems like they're discussing.
Yeah. I shall
Ending.
also save. And just to go over the stats real quick, or just to give you a look at the lands. We still have all these cities taken by Moroten and likewise by Hati. But the main story is the development overall has just been better in Axum. Although the military score slowly Hati is getting there, but he's falling behind on orders and he's falling behind on training production and science and improvements, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, around half. So a lot of things are going in Axum's favor. So we'll need a small miracle to see a comeback. But I think I'll cut the stream here. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for watching the stream, and thank you to Nestor and thank you to Aaron for co-casting. Was great, and thank you to the players.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks all. It was great fun. Bye.
I am gonna close the stream. Goodbye, everybody. See ya.